With stage 1 done, what better time than to look back and give credit where credit's due. So focusing on North America, this is how it's gonna work. I'm gonna give a category, and in tarot, you're gonna have to pick who you think would win in that category. Are you ready?
I think so.
It sounds very complicated, and of course, we want you guys to play along too, so definitely let us know who you think would win these categories via our socials at WatchRetake. All right, let's get started. So the first category, we have the Clutch Master. Ooh, who do you think wins the award for the best Clutch Master in North America?
I think this is an easy one.
Is it?
It's Bosco from
Oh.
Space Station. The man's 1vx statistics are exceptional. He's good in the clutch, as the name would suggest.
So do you think being in that kind of situation where you have to go like 1v, how many players, do you think it's something you can actually practice?
I mean, I don't think so. I don't think it's something that teams dedicate a lot of time to in scrims. I think it's just you play off of your team's ability to communicate well, your own personal abilities, and how good your decision making is in that particular moment, because things are happening so fast.
Yeah.
Even with good comms, the information you're getting by the time it leaves your teammates' lips is likely wrong. So you just gotta be good with the flow of the match and go from there.
But congrats to Bosco. Here is your award.
Don't the people vote? Do I just get to decide all these things? Like, I don't.
Just like the Oscars.
Moonlight, Best Picture.
So this one is about roster swaps. Which roster swap of stage 1 do you think worked out the best for a team?
Okay, well, I mean, I wouldn't go with stage 1 roster swap, but I think the best roster swap that we've seen so far was Dark Zero offloading Nyx to the old Reciprocity team, which is now Oxygen, and bringing in Skies. I think that was probably the best move that could have been made. Nyx, I think, was able to grow somewhat on that Reciprocity squad. Now he's doing, a much greater leadership role on Disrupt. But I think Skies has been a really strong contributor to DZ. I think there's been obviously some issues with DZ not performing up to their own expectations, but I don't think Skies is one of the problems, and I think he's really flourished in that capacity. And I think he's become much less of a one-dimensional player, if you want to say, and he's matured as a person, and I think it was really a really strong move for Dark Zero.
Just talking about Dark Zero, I feel like there's been people saying they're kind of disappointed, with how the team did. They maybe expected more from them. Do you feel like the potential is more, or is this just a natural, like they're a new team, new members, they're just getting their, cohesion together? What's the potential for this team?
I honestly don't know what I diagnose as being the problem for Dark Zero. They have a lot of really good parts, but it seems like they're not great at adapting mid-round. And that obviously is a major problem against teams that are extraordinarily good at adapting mid-round, like TSM, like Oxygen, like Space Station, and I think that's a big issue.
All right, let's talk about rookies. Which rookie impressed you the most this stage?
Probably one of the easiest answers. It's NJR. I don't think anybody else is going to win that one. It should be unanimous. It's unanimous, by the way. There's no other answer. I know that the SQ guys are going to say iconic, but no, it's NJR steps onto a Disrupt squad that everybody thought DG was going to be awful. It was referred to as the Island of Misfit Toys on the official broadcast, which I think at the time was a very fair thing to say. But NJR shows up, he plays out of his mind against a couple world-class teams. He keeps DG in a couple matches that they had no business being in. The man is the rookie of the season, of the stage, maybe even the year, but he just shows up big and he gets it. Nobody else, no one.
I know our editors like to do funny stuff with our hands, so we should just give them, maybe not like that. Okay. Which team, or I guess player, do you think was the biggest surprise of the stage? I guess this can be taken positively or negatively, depending on how you want to interpret
The
it.
Sonics surprised me a lot as a team. Not that I thought they'd be a bad squad, but the fact they were able to go toe-to-toe as much as they were with Dark Zero and almost get that major spot was a real surprise. And, I think they might actually be able to get it if they have Gomfi and Sleben from the very start. In terms of what players surprised me, I'm going to say that there really isn't a clear answer as to who has stood out. There have been a couple people who've done really well. Chala, I guess, would probably be the answer on TSM. He hasn't been in any professional play for quite a while. He was toiling down in Challenger League. He steps onto the TSM roster in a role that isn't necessarily the most comfortable on a team that he doesn't know all that well, and the man is doing exceedingly well against strong opponents.
Those are all really serious ones, and to wrap it up, we have a category for best memer, and no, you cannot win this one in tarot. So who do you think? Well,
I'm a serious guy.
I saw him deploy after he...
I'm not the one making erratic and suggestive.
You're the one with the erotic mind.
I didn't. It said erratic, not erotic.
Now I want to give it to you. Don't wiggle your eyebrows. They don't need that. So who do you think was the best memer from stage 1? And this could be anyone. I think it's fair game for anyone.
I think the easiest answer is probably Suzaku, especially in North America. I want to give some honorable mentions to R6 Dick, who's relatively new. Great name. By the way, I believe it's short for Richard. We're going to go with that one.
Sure.
And then the Dark Zero squad has also been doing, I think, a lot better on social media recently. So those would be my 3 picks. But I mean, if you're looking at gold standard in North America, it's Suzaku, 100%. Always has been.
Yep, I could see that though. I have to also give a shout out to the Oxygen team because I feel like their Twitter's pretty dank. And I mean, the individual members put some pretty dank things out there.
They just tweet about shoes and steaks
No, they
and women.
don't.
And
They
cars.
spit and stuff now. You haven't seen the video?
I've seen the thirst traps.
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
wish I hadn't, but I have.
That's what you're literally saying what everyone's probably thinking, but you know what? Shout out to them, breaking the
The
boundaries.
internet was a mistake.
Yeah.
The internet was a mistake.
All right, congrats everyone who was chosen by Intero. Here are the awards. Take them all, frame them. I don't know why you're framing a statue, but you get the point.
Why are you throwing the awards?
I don't know. Editors, make this make sense, okay? Okay, you guys let us know who your picks are on our socials at WatchRetake.